Hey, Goba here. Today I'm going to be going through my experiences in the brand new gacha RPG Tribe 9, developed and published by Akatsuki Games. This video is sponsored by Tribe 9, so you are allowed to take my opinions with a grain of salt, and trying the game out yourself is the best way to see if you're going to like it. Though I recommend doing so if you love action RPGs, as I've had a blast in my first couple of hours in the game so far. It's also got a whole lot of baseball, more on that later. It should support pretty much every region worldwide and has multiple gameplay languages supported too. It's also free to play to download. You can download it on iOS, Android and Steam right now. The PC version has 60 FPS, which is nice too. So you are in a futuristic version of Tokyo where death games are held. You are part of a rebel group that is standing up to these games and their host, Zero. Naturally, with death games being the main part of the setting, you will face a pretty hard-hitting storyline. I mean, we got some big moments pretty early on. It is sometimes funny with baseball out of nowhere, but the whole concept of this AI genius that can target anyone and kill them is kind of wicked. If you're a fan of anime stories, you'll be a fan of this. It has emotional moments, but also has corny, wholesome moments too. The future story I haven't experienced yet from the trailers also looks pretty exciting and left me with a bunch of questions. Maybe I spoiled myself. The world is set in a 2.5D camera angle and all made out of pixel art. So if you're a fan of pixel art, then you will enjoy Tribe 9 a lot, at least from an artistic perspective. If you know me, I love this art style, so sometimes I even take a moment in a new area just to appreciate how gorgeous the scenery is. Remember, we're in a futuristic setting, so there is a lot of room for fantastic sci-fi views. Cityscapes, laboratories, factories, orbital death laser space stations, it has it all. The artists did a really good job too on capturing characters in pixel art form. All these features in a minimal amount of space. And in actuality, every character also has their own unique 3D model as well, which comes up in dialogue and cutscenes and combat for baseball. And these models are just as impressive to me. The characters are super expressive, which really helps immerse you into the story. Like Tsuki, who I don't think ever stops being cheerful. Each character seems to have their own set of expressions, which adds a lot to their unique personalities. And they are all brought to life fantastically by voice actors and actresses. There is so much voiced content. You'll be exploring various regions, zones, city areas, and more, all to progress through the story. You have safe zones where you can chill and interact with allies and take a break from the stress of fighting opponents. But of course, there are also combat zones full of deadly enemies that you can attack in the overworld to enter combat with, or you can evade them by taking another route. There are puzzles dotted around, big chests to loot, interactables to give more info, or some extra materials. It's nice to just go around and collecting everything whilst you're there, or you can speedrun through to get juicy rewards. But now of course onto the combat. Whether it's through the story or the overworld attacking enemies, you get put into a combat arena. You have a party of 3 characters that you can swap between, but they will all act together whilst playing, which is pretty cool. So you can play character 1, and the 2 others are controlled by the computer and will fight alongside you. They're not the best at controlling themselves, but they worked for what I needed. I like the fact that all characters are present at the same time. It feels like a proper battlefield. These characters all have their own utility, their own playstyle, their own role, a various amount of abilities that are unlocked in their own unique ways, and all with their own animations. You could bring a tank that can take the aggro from enemies, a healer that can top you up, and maybe a destructive main damage dealer to pop off with all this help. My favorite character so far is probably Enoki. She has a stupidly large sword. I find the combat pretty satisfying and engaging. There's a bit of clunkiness, but you get used to it. You have a lot of different things you can do in combat and different ways to chain between your allies. Now, on top of a regular gameplay loop, there is also a whole tension system where the boss can become even stronger and start one-shotting your team. But there are benefits for you too, where maxing your ally tension can give effects. And these effects are completely controllable as well, so I feel like this game has a lot of potential for cool cooking in combat. The fact that the game rewards you for playing well is a really nice feature. You can completely snowball enemies if you know what you're doing and take the time to learn the boss's attack patterns. Also a fun extra note, but in the overworld you can also see where other players fell to enemies in combat. So yeah, you can tell there's a boss coming and they might be nasty. These fellow Tribe 9 players may have fallen to them, but now you know to try extra hard to destroy this guy. I really like that addition as it adds a bit of tension to the battle. You also can't feel too safe in this game, as being KO'd in combat on one character means you're stuck with only 2 allies in that same fight. And some enemies are a challenge even with experience. I still get shivers when I think about Sharky. I love the challenge though, and I'd love to see content get harder through skill expression specifically. Speaking of characters, the game is gacha based, which means you can't have every character you want. You will have to earn currency, and it will take a while if you want a specific character. We do get some free ones, and some currency, and I'd have to play more to know how hard it is as a free-to-play player, but you could ask veteran players for info on that. I also got lucky with an early high-tier character pool, well, kinda lucky because I wanted the limited character instead, but that's gacha for you. It's been pretty chill for me so far progressing through the story difficulty-wise though, with minimal pulls, well, at least until our shark friend popped up. But I don't doubt that the hardest content might need stronger characters. They're also giving a ton of stuff to help out since the game just released, so that's also a good reason to get in and try the game out early on. You get starter supplies on top of events, login events, and also a cool character skin, because why not? And again, since we are in a live service game, there will be a gear grind too to make your characters perform at peak potential. If you're used to other gacha games, you know that farming is key. But yeah, finally, remember that baseball bit? I personally didn't watch the anime before playing this game, but I was kinda shocked when all of a sudden we participated in a baseball game to the death. And it's a key feature of the whole story. Now, I'm not a fan of baseball, but the way they implemented it is kind of fun. You have different ways to act depending on emotions, and it really does feel like an anime. The animations of characters hitting the ball, pitching, trying to catch it, etc. are all really fun too. I definitely prefer the combat part of the game, but this was a nice break. You'll be participating in these games to change the fate of the city, so you'd better win. So yeah, if you're interested in a gacha RPG game that combines fun action combat, anime storytelling and animations, baseball, beautiful pixel art and more, then you should definitely give Tribe 9 a go. Play through the first chapter and see if you like it, and if you did try it or plan to, let me know below. Thanks for watching and have a go day.